All dreams considered. All dreams considered. All dreams considered. Welcome back to All Dreams Considered with Sarah. I am sitting today with my good friend Joanne here at Inner Oasis, Mind, Body, Spirit in McMinnville, Oregon. And I've known Joanne for quite a while, and she has really blessed my life in so many ways. And I'd like to have you tell our audience about your dream of what brings you in to Inner Oasis each day. What inspires you here to come here?
Yes, Inner Oasis is what gets me out of bed every single morning. And the purpose for Inner Oasis is to acknowledge that every person is on the path. They may not know they're on a path, but each one of us is on a path. And if Inner Oasis can do anything to support that path, maybe it's a product, maybe it's a conversation, maybe it's joining one of our groups or one of our events, we'll be happy to do so. That's what we do. And the overall goal then is to raise the vibration of each individual, each person in the world, and Mother Earth.
It's beautiful. That's quite a dream that gets you out of bed every morning. Yeah. And I mean, having been in the store, it just feels, I think, and I've heard many people that come in here talk about how it just feels so good. You've spent so much time raising the vibration, as you say.
And cleaning the energy every morning. Mm-hmm. We sage it, we clean it. It's not just physically clean, it's energetically cleaned every single day.
Yeah. It shows. People can feel it. Some of the products, so when people come here, one of the first things that they notice is all the amazingly beautiful stones. Could you tell us a little bit about how you choose your stones or how that comes in? I know you have some consigners, but what inspires you?
The energy of the stones is the inspiration, and the stones are the heart of the store. Everything links to the store. So if we have jewelry that belongs to Inner Oasis, it's about the stones, and they carry the stones. I buy from about 8 different sources, and that is expanding due to the supply chain issues that we continue to have. Some sources have better stones in one area, and some have others. One source is local in Oregon, and she's my go-to person first. There are 2 consigners that I buy from or bring into. Those are the people who are actually going to the mines or to the sources, and the stones they bring us are the showpieces that we have in here.
They bring some gorgeous pieces.
Yeah.
You also have so many inspirational products like Terry. Can you talk to us a little bit about Terry's work?
Terry Filer is a member of the Sisters of the Osage. She was born on the reservation in Oklahoma and was an active member for many, many years. And about in 1960, she joined the reservation as a Native American and has all of the rights. She produces a wide range of Native American replicated items. Drum circle items, drums, rattles, beaded works, and she has classes in all of those things here. One of her favorite classes, and one of our favorite classes, is her spirit doll class. So she brings all of the items in, and then the people come in and they create their spirit doll from the items that she brings in. It is amazing to watch the spirit of the person become involved and become alive in that doll. They're just beautiful.
Yeah. I attended one of her dream catcher workshops.
Yeah.
And so the dream catcher that I have, I made with her help.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a great teacher.
Yeah.
And so much fun.
And she teaches the Native American flute. So we carry a large selection of those just for Terry. Most of our flutes are more beginners because that's what's easier to play. We want the beginner flute for the beginning people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You also have some really nice jewelry consigners. Like, you want to talk about Maggie and Melissa?
Maggie Bowman is a local artist who works with sterling silver, a little bit of brass and copper, and gemstones. There we have the gemstones again. Maggie has been a long time resident of the area, used to be a school teacher here. We actually have her students come in, look at her jewelry and say, oh, she was my teacher in the 5th grade. She was just wonderful. Okay. But Maggie is a gem. Maggie always participates in the Arts Festival in the fall. So you can reach her there too. Come on in and see her work. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah, it is gorgeous. I'll attest to that. And what about Melissa?
Melissa is an intuitive reader, and she used to work with us here on a regular basis. She builds fairy furniture and creates fairy jewelry. Very unique. Very tiny little things. It's wonderful to see and to wear.
Yeah, her section, I think, draws probably the most attention from what I've seen when I've been here. People are just fascinated by the stuff that she's created. And also, you have some cards here that are consigned from Lori.
Oh, the greeting cards, yes. Lori does Stampin' Up work, and she's been with us since the very beginning. Always, I don't have to worry about cards anymore at all. Lori just creates the cards. She'll come in, she'll put them out, sort them out, take away the old things. It's wonderful. And her cards sell beautifully. They're still lower priced than anything you can get anywhere else. So
That's true. But yeah, and they're handmade with
all
love.
handmade.
Yeah. And so you also, I mean, there's a lot of spiritual items. You have so many beautiful singing bowls, and you even have, I mean, this beautiful crystal pyramid. I always love looking at that. And tuning forks and different things like that. But you also have some interesting kitchen items. You want to talk about that maybe? Maybe talk about why you chose to bring in some of the lacquer products that you brought in?
Yeah, the kitchen happened by accident. We were at a point in the town where 2 kitchen shops were closing. So my then partner and I looked at each other and said, shall we do this? Yes, we should do this. So we started with kitchen gadgets, and we have a wide range of kitchen gadgets that you didn't know you needed until you saw it.
That's so
Just
true.
recently we got a peach pitter, along with the apple pitter and all kinds of treasures with that. Lacquer came to us from one of our distributors who knew the store, had been in here many times, and she walked in one day and said, I think this product would go well in your store. Lacquer is created in Barcelona, Spain. The company researched for 10 years before they started production, and they're currently working with the Nutritional Institute, so the recipes that they share are extremely healthy. Lacquer is primarily for the microwave, although other items will go in the oven. They're all silicone, very safe product. It's easy to use, it's safe, it's very healthy. It's changed my life because I would go home from the store exhausted and I didn't want to cook, so I was eating junk. And then lacquer came into my life. And I can prepare a meal in less than 15 minutes, and it's healthy and it's satisfying. It's wonderful stuff.
The popcorn popper is very popular as well.
Very popular, yes.
And there's the bread.
The bread maker, that's another popular one. My personal favorite is the little grill that you can put in the microwave, and so you can barbecue all year long with it. I even went out and bought meat, and I'm a vegetarian, to practice making and see how well it would cook hamburgers. It does a beautiful job. My neighbor's dog loved the hamburgers, by the way.
Oh, that's a great treat. And what about one of my favorites is I like the little oxos for poaching eggs.
Oh, that's a lacquer item as well. Yeah, the little ovos.
Ovos.
Yeah,
Ovos.
it's a silicone item, and you can put 1 egg in there. You could put bacon with it. You can put vegetables with it. You can microwave an egg in your You can microwave your egg with this, or you could put those in a pan of simmering water and poach your egg that way.
Oh. And there's some noise down there, but I think we'll keep going. That brings up the green pans, because I have one of the green pans, and so I'm using my ovo in the green pan.
Wonderful, yeah.
So
There you
Green
are.
Pan, how did you find them?
The Green Pan is another one when a distributor came in and said, this is a new product. I think it will go in your shop. Green Pan is the new ceramic. We've done away with Teflon. Too many particles in there that were not good for us. Green Pan is another one that is safe, easy to use, easy to clean. This is a ceramic product, so there's no negative energy in there at all. You start cooking on medium and you cook on low. It's that good at processing the heat with it. Some of them come with lids. If you don't have a lid, we have silicone lids that you can add on with those.
I use those silicone lids for everything.
Yeah. Silicone is the kitchen item now. Yeah.
Yeah, you also have the really good USA pans. How did that happen?
USA, yes. Made in America. This is the top of the line in baking sheets, muffin pans, Madeleine pans we have, all kinds of things. They went completely out of business during the pandemic and they've now returned. So we've got a nice selection of those things, kitchen racks and sets of those things. They too will conduct heat so well that you may find yourself shortening your cooking time or lowering your temperature a little bit.
Wow. Yeah, and you test all the products. Is that
Yes.
correct? Well, I mean, you test a product, not the.
Yeah. When I'm interested in a product, I will buy one, bless Amazon for that, and test it in my kitchen before I even order it and bring it in here. Occasionally an item will come in, like the new infusion pitchers that we have downstairs today. It got in here before I got a chance to test it, so I took it home immediately and used apples and oranges and drank a whole bottle of infused water. It's delicious.
Oh.
Very healthy.
Yeah.
Once again, we're working on health and well-being.
And you have a lot of products that help with water. Do you want
Yes.
to talk about those?
We carry VitaJewel, which is based on gemstones, and the work of Dr. Emoto out of Japan. He was the one who started yelling at water or talking lovingly at water and then photographing the items. And water that is loved is just beautiful and sparkling, and water that is not loved or yelled at is all crunched down and unhappy. So then he went to Germany and he worked with a company called VitaJewel. They now create hand-blown glass so that you can put your gemstones in a vial or directly into a drinking bottled water, and the energy of the gemstones moves into the water. You drink the water and begin to shine from the inside out.
I have two. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
I have the beautiful. Well, yeah. I have the beautiful one, which I think is amethyst, rose quartz, aventurine. I think it has something else in there.
Yeah.
But and then I also have Luna.
Oh, Luna, yes.
Yeah, I love my Luna one. That one has moonstone and clear quartz.
And clear quartz. Clear quartz is the basis of most things. Whenever we start working with the gemstones in any way, we always add clear quartz. It's a good basic stone, and it will amplify any other stone. So you'll find clear quartz with almost everything.
Yeah, I love how programmable it is.
Yeah.
You also have some new, some water bottles, the glass water bottles that you have.
That's part of VitaJewel. They call them Inyus, which is an Alaskan word meaning beautiful water.
Oh, really?
Yes. Okay, and those are nice glass bottles, and then the bottom comes off, and they come with clear quartz or rose quartz, and then you can add your own stones in there with it. And that one, I have two of those. I carry one all the time. Even at night, there's one beside the bed.
Yeah. I love that because you can take the bottom off, you can actually add your own personal
You can add your stones, yeah.
I recommend not putting anything sharp in there, though.
Don't put it, yeah, right. And one of the things you can do is put one of your special gemstones or your birthstone in there and up the energy of it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it works really well.
One of the things that I've seen sell very well here is the facial rollers and
Oh,
the
yes.
is it called a schwa? No, it's a schwa. Anyway, the facial products that you
Facial
have.
products, yes. Those are all gemstone too, and that's one that I stumbled onto just browsing through one of my catalogs. Very popular, and the people who are using them have come in and suggested you put them either in the refrigerator or the freezer and work with them. And we always hand out directions with all of those materials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love how sometimes, when someone is buying one of the Lacay products, or you'll have a little handout to give them.
Yeah.
Here's, their...
Here's some things that we've learned.
Right.
To make it easier for you. Yeah.
Right. And so, the products here, phenomenal, beautiful. Would you like to talk about the women's group or the drumming circle?
Okay, we have a number of events. We had a lot of events before the pandemic, but this is now post-pandemic. So we're bringing back events slowly but surely. 2 of them are the Women's Circle. The purpose of the Women's Circle is not to say, oh, poor baby, you poor thing, and sympathize. What we're here to do is talk about how to live spiritually in this complicated world we live in. So every Tuesday I send out a basic topic for people to think about, and then every Thursday we get together and talk about it, and other things of course, between 10 and 11:30 in the morning. The roster on that is probably 25 to 30 people right now. Some of those people are women who are working and are not able to attend, but they want the email so they can think about these things. And we often get emails flying back and forth in an email conversation about them as well. Mm. The drumming circle meets Monday evenings from 6 to 7:30. Our purpose there is to meditate, to pray, to communicate with one another. We will often send blessings to others. We frequently are sending blessings right now to Ukraine. If someone has a request, we will honor that request and drum for their special reason as well. Terry Filer's the facilitator on that. We have a wide range of people attending this, including a shaman who's a fantastic storyteller.
Mm. Yes, he is. Daryl, right?
Daryl.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also a men's group, but it doesn't...
There's a men's group. Daryl is our shaman who's leading that one. They're still working on Zoom simply because they have men from across the United States right now.
Wow.
And their roster's running around 25 to 30 as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did did men that were here move, or how did they find out about it?
The word just spread. For example, one of the ladies who attends our women's group has a son in California, and who's now a member of the men's group on Zoom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And when is that?
They meet on Tuesdays from 6:15 to 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you also periodically have various readers.
Yes, we
come
do.
in.
Right now we have an intuitive reader who's working by appointments. Then we have Christy Lyon. Her tarot business is called Lioness Tarot, and she's a working gal, so she comes up about once a month on a Saturday with it. She's now establishing her own website, and will be doing parties and a little bit of teaching as well with that. And I'm bringing in, this month, I've got a couple of new people that have come and asked to participate. And so one of them is going to be a guest at the women's group very soon. And another one will be here in July. She's based upon Eastern philosophies, and she calls herself a love and education coach. Okay.
Well,
So check our website. These are all on our website.
Right. Yeah, and you're constantly bringing people through to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we first started about 12 years ago now, I was out there beating the bushes and hunting for people, and now people are coming in and wanting to join us and to become part of this.
Right. Speaking of which, I think one of the authors that you carry downstairs also came in. She wrote the Bridget book.
Oh, Courtney Weber.
Yes.
Courtney Weber moved to McMinnville from the New York area about 4 years ago now. She's a priestess, and her husband is a priest. Initially, we had her coming in and doing things like the solstices and that sort of thing, and then again, COVID intervened. She's now working online with some of those things, but we carry all of her books. She specializes in, there's a book called Tarot for One, where she teaches you how to do your own intuitive tarot readings. And then she has studied all of the spiritual priestesses of the past, and her books are beautifully written. She's studied the past original teaching, the stories, and then translated into English and explains it as she goes. So we've got Morgana down there and Brigid for sure, and there's more that she's working on, so we'll be bringing those in as well.
Ah, that's great. I have the Tarot for One.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the dream of Inner Oasis, it's a living and breathing dream. I mean,
And growing, yeah.
and growing. And I see you constantly dreaming up new things. I mean, even how you found all these different products and different consigners and the various people. I mean, it started with your dream of.
Shall we do this?
Yeah.
Do you think we can do this? Yeah, we can. And now it's reached the point where this is not, I'm not doing this. This is spirit. I'm simply the hands and the feet and sometimes the mouth and the writer with this. But this is all being directed by spirit now. So the first time spirit sends a message, it's like, oh, look at that. And the second time spirit sends the same or similar message, it's like, oh, maybe I should pay attention. And the third time that message comes through with a similar thing, it's like, I better take some action now.
Sounds like Spirit speaks to you through synchronicity a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. Synchronicity is one of the, it's something that I've also been paying attention to. Even this podcast came about synchronistically. We didn't know that this was going to happen today.
Right. We did not.
But
the other way Spirit speaks to me is I often will dream and then I wake up. And it isn't the dream, it's immediately after the dream when there's a thought comes in. It's like, oh, this one's a good one. I need to follow through on that.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe as simple as I need to go in and move that display and change the energy in there.
Right.
But that's about 2 a.m. That's when I get those messages.
Yeah, I've spent lots of nights, receiving messages and wondering what to do with them next. But it sounds like you've learned how to translate that quite well.
Right. And those are the ones you remember. People say they don't remember those dreams, but the important things you do remember. Yeah.
And so what's your vision? I mean, we don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but how would you like to see Inner Oasis grow? We're in a completely new era where everything has kind of been turned on its head, and you've already seen the inventory that you have completely turn
Changed
over.
around.
The people that come in have completely, well, not completely, there's still some people that are the same, but the standard person who comes in is different. And so where do you see Inner Oasis growing to? What would you dream into being?
About a month ago, we got a new distributor for one of our businesses named OXO. They present kitchen gadgets and kitchenware. And we have a new distributor, so he came to visit. And he was showing me all of these interesting things. And I shared with him, we're kind of small, so we try to stay in the kitchen area with food preparation. That limits it down, so we don't carry electric items, we don't carry barbecue, but it's food preparation. But he continued to show me this interesting product by a company named Prodyne, and they produce items for outdoor dinner parties and, catering kinds of things. And it was like, okay, that isn't really within my parameter, and yet it fits with health and well-being, so it's downstairs today.
So you see more of the same. I know that you've also talked about expanding your educational ability.
Right. But back up to this, to my distributor who was in here
Oh,
that day.
yes.
When he was trying to show me all of these new products that I didn't really want to bring in, I kept saying, now, wait a minute. Someday when I take over this entire building, then I'll bring that one in. And he laughed with me, but who knows? Who knows? Okay. So what was the last question then?
Oh, I was just talking about the educational offerings that you've envisioned, you've dreamt of
I
bringing.
have a terrific team of people working with me now, and as they take over more and more of it, I want to do more of the personal things that I'm able to do. I'm a Reiki master teacher, and I've been practicing that for some time, but I want to expand that. I'd like to bring back a meditation group with this thing, and I'd like to work more in that area so that I don't have to be here every single day, all day long. I can do these other things with it. Yeah. Yeah.
I like that vision.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that I haven't asked you that you think I should have asked?
We've covered a lot of territory today.
We have, and I'm sure that I will be talking with you again. I know I will. But is there any final words that you would like to offer to the audience today?
We live in such confusing, divisive times. And it's part of the ebb and flow of life and the universe. Just continue to choose to go to light. Continue to work on raising your own vibration. Light always wins over darkness. Thank you for asking me today.
Thank you for being willing, and thank you for being so supportive of my dreams as well.
It's a pleasure.
Truly been blessed to have you so active in my life. Thank you. And thank you, audience, for listening. Once again, you've been listening to Sarah and Joanne, and this is All Dreams Considered. All Dreams Considered. All Dreams Considered. All Dreams Considered.